Let's get into some things of the things, child. We got some stuff to talk about today, honey. We got some stuff to talk about. Hit that like button if you are new here. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We have a great time over here. You meant what you said when you said it. Really be expect, because I'll be understanding y'all sometimes. And when y'all know when I say y'all, you know I ain't talking about y'all. I'm talking about y'all. Basically, that all these people that got something to say have been actively involved in the political process in their world. I don't believe it. You ain't gonna convince me. I know y'all love me. Who this camera? Happy Monday, y'all. Come on in. Let's get this camera together, honey. Let's get this hair together. I've been running. I was running. Sorry, I was late. I was on the phone with Royal Caribbean, honey. Look, I be working. Okay? I'm a few minutes late. My bad. I was on the phone with Royal Caribbean. I had a couple of questions to get some information for the cruise for some people. They had some questions about some things. I had to get that information for them. So I was on the phone with the Royals. Okay. Oh shoot. I also had to make a phone call to get some information for El Teddy's field trip. Okay. For those that do not know, El Teddy is doing a trip in August. He's doing a field trip. For those, well, look, hey Pam girl. Dropping down in the tribe, hanging out with the people. Yes. You give my niecey Pooh a little hug for me. Give her a hug. And for those who don't know, El Teddy's doing a trip, and we got some good stuff. Well, I can't take credit for nothing. Him and Tracy have been working really hard putting that trip together, and I am excited and ready to go. I'm ready to rock and roll on this trip. Okay, y'all, let's get into it. Let me say hi to the people, and then we're going to get this party started. Y'all know it's Monday night, so we got the Whether You Like It or Not panel at 8:30-ish. 8:30-ish. What's up, Chuck? CC, what's going on? Gossip in the Garden, Half Pen. Hey, boo. Makia. Edwina, hey, little Miss Introvert. I'm going to see you on the cruise. Hey, girl. What's up, T? All me. Hey, I'm going to see you in July. I'm going to see you maybe sooner, but I'll definitely see you in French Kiss in July. Chanel, what's going on? C. Jones, Miss Cookie, Cindy, Cheryl. I see you all the time. Hey, Cheryl. Hey, girl. What's up, Candy? I already said hi to Pam. Hey, girl. What's up, Benji Nay? They go that Detroit connection right there. I think Miss Pretty Amazing, aren't you in Detroit too? Look at that. 1, 2, 3, them Detroit ladies. What's going on? Lovely Nola. Hey, Corey, what's going on? Savon, hey. What's up? There it is right there, y'all. If you are interested, even if you're just interested in getting the information for El Teddy's trip, there's the Google Doc. If y'all can fill out the Google Doc, I would much appreciate it. Much appreciate it if y'all would fill out the Google Doc. If you're already booked, go ahead and fill out the doc too. So we just have all the information. We're trying to capture all of the information. And for those who do not know, El Teddy is doing a field trip to New York for the weekend of August the 7th, 8th, 9th, and I think the 10th. I think he's staying till Monday. I know myself, Cheryl, Tawanda are going. Of course, Tracy's going to be there. El Teddy's going to be there. I'm not sure who all else is booked from the pupils, but I know we will be there and we are ready to have a good time. So there's the Google Doc that Tracy dropped in the chat. If y'all could please fill that out. Even if you are going already, please fill that out so we'll have everybody's information in one place. Thank you. Hey, Tawanda, what's up, girl? Did you get my message earlier? I sent you a message earlier about Hilton. Just send me a text and let me know you got it, okay? And we could talk about that, okay? Nubian, what's going on? Hey, Marcus, coming in from the VA. And I mean Virginia, you know. Symmetry, what's going on? All right. Let me keep scrolling. What up, though? What up, Philly John? Yes. You booked your trip. You booked your trip with me? Yes. Yes, girl. Yes. My Philly people coming through. What up, Jay Walsh? Jay's going on the cruise. I think Jay's going on both cruises. He's definitely already booked on the Tri Bowl in February, but I think he's gone to Alaska with us too, honey bunnies. All right, Philly, and again, Philly John, I apologize that my response to your Instagram was delayed. I have to change the settings on my Instagram because the way my settings are now, if I'm not following you, when people send me messages on Instagram, if I'm not following you, I have to give permission for the message to come through. And I didn't see it. So I apologize that it took my delayed response. Okay. Well, listen. Yes. Okay. I'm excited. Y'all can tell I'm excited. What's up, Montrez? Hey, Marilyn. All right. So everybody, yes. Come on in. We already got 100 people in here. Please hit the like button. Come on in and take a seat. All my people lit up in green. You know, you are part of the board of directors. You know, y'all are the VIPs. Y'all are part of the board of directors. So y'all going over to the left, take you a seat in the VIP area, the reserved seating. Everybody else fill in from the front to the back. Y'all know how they used to tell y'all in school, come down to the front, fill in from the front to the back. Okay. Tracy's here, so she'll be dropping. Y'all know it. She'll be dropping her drinks in a minute. Okay. She'll be dropping her drinks in a minute. And okay, thank you, boo. And we're gonna go ahead and get into this. I'm sorry, y'all just got finished eating. Sorry. Don't you hate me? I feel like I got something stuck right there in my tooth. I had a toothpick. I'll get it. Anyway, so let's get into it. You guys. Okay, sorry. Y'all know when I pick up my phone, it'll be 20,000 things in my phone. So first of all, can we start with Cardi B and Tasha K? Let me tell y'all something. Baby, Cardi B is not letting her foot up off of Tasha K's neck. And I know for some people, they might be like, it's overkill. She's doing too much. She's just nitpicking now because Tasha K wasn't talking about her. Tasha K was talking about Offset, and Tasha K was talking about Stephon Diggs, and that's fair game. And listen, this is what happens when you become somebody's bitch. And one thing that we know about Cardi B, she's a petty bitch. I'm going to read y'all this information in case y'all didn't already know it. Cardi B takes Tasha K to task over Offset and Stephon Diggs' posts. As for economically painful sanctions against controversial commentator, child. Cardi is back in court and she is not playing nice when it comes to Tasha K. Now, this is dated April the 13th. Cardi's asking a judge to hit her with serious sanctions. Cardi B is doubling down on her legal fight with Tasha K. The Grammy Award-winning rapper is reportedly asking the judge to hit the controversial commentator with serious sanctions after accusing her of continuing to speak on her personal life, namely her exes, Offset, Stephon Diggs, despite a standing agreement to stop. According to Rolling Stone, Cardi B claims that Tasha K has ignored a non-disparagement agreement clause tied to her bankruptcy plan and ongoing repayment of a multi-million-dollar defamation judgment. The agreement was meant to keep Kibi, that's Tasha K, in case y'all didn't know that's her name, from speaking negatively about Cardi or her family, including her estranged husband, Offset. In exchange, Cardi agreed to hold off on aggressively collecting the full $3.9 million she won in court. But Cardi's legal team says the deal has repeatedly been violated. In filings, they accuse Tasha K of engaging in what they call a relentless course of conduct that includes coded language In commentary, her audience can easily connect back to Cardi. The post allegedly referenced not only Offset, but also NFL player Stephon Diggs, with whom Cardi welcomed her baby Brim in November. As reported by TMZ, Cardi claims that Tasha K has turned the situation into a constant game of posting and deleting. The rapper says once her legal team flags the content, it gets removed, only for new commentary to pop up shortly after. According to court documents, Cardi alleges that there have been at least 25 violations so far and wants the court to impose penalties that will actually make an impact. If you've been following this saga, you already know this legal battle has been long and messy. And then it just goes on to talk about Tasha K's GoFundMe. It says now Cardi is clearly done with the back and forth. Her attorneys are pushing for what they describe as economically painful sanctions, including financial penalties for every future violation. At this point, Cardi is setting a precedent about what happens when court-ordered agreements are ignored. And if the judge agrees, Tasha K could be facing even more than just that original multi-million-dollar debt. Let me say this. Let me say this. There is enough celebrity gossip out there. Tasha, you don't need to talk about anything connected to Cardi B. I wouldn't talk about Cardi B. I wouldn't talk about Offset. I wouldn't talk about Stephon Diggs. I wouldn't talk about the New England Patriots. I wouldn't talk about Little Miss Drama Tour. I wouldn't, even if you say something nice about Cardi, at this point, I just wouldn't talk about it. And yes, there are things that happen where Cardi B is in the news. But at this point, baby, just let it go. There's so much other stuff going on gossip-wise. You don't need to talk about Cardi B, and you can still make a coin. At this point, you're just doing it because you're stubborn. Child, this damn chair. You're just doing it because you're stubborn. And you just don't want to look like you're giving in, which is what puts you in this situation to begin with. Because when Cardi B sent you the cease and desist from the beginning, girl, that's all you had to do. All you had to do was take that daggone video down and move on. And you could still talk about Cardi B. Just talk about stuff that, is true. Do you not, girl, you could be talking about Blueface and Krishan and still make money on top of money on top of money. Child, they still talking about Krishan and Blueface. And you can make money. There's so many other things at this point. Girl, just girl, let it go. Just let it go. But who am I? She know better than she know more than all the rest of us. She know better than all the rest of us. Who the hell am I to tell her what to do, how to do it, and all of that? Like, who am I? Who am I? But what's clear and what she should have already figured out by now is Cardi B is not going to stop. Cardi B don't listen. Tasha, come here. Hey, come here, baby. Cardi B don't like you. And Cardi B has already told us that when she beef with somebody, she beef forever. And I think she's proven her point. Because she is going to beef with you until the grave, it looks like. And you keep giving her the opportunity to do it. You keep giving her the ammunition. Cardi's not going to stop. And right now, Cardi got more money than you. Cardi can afford, she's petty, and she can afford to be petty. Girl, just let it go. Just let it go. Moving right along. Oh, hell no. Baby, my car insurance just went up. Y'all know I had that little situation a couple of months ago. But baby, my car insurance went up a whole lot. Oh yeah, it's time to start shopping for it. Time to start shopping. Because that's, baby, that right there. Oh, that's crazy. I'm sorry, y'all. I just got the note saying they're gonna deduct my account. Baby, oh hell no. I'm not paying that. I'm not paying that. No, absolutely not. Nope, absolutely not. Yeah, it's time to start shopping for new. Sorry, y'all, I got distracted. My bad. It's time to start shopping for some new car insurance because my insurance shouldn't have jumped up that much. That's crazy as hell. Yeah, I'm gonna have to call those people. Anyway, Cardi's not going to stop because Tasha won't stop. Cardi would leave her alone if Tasha left her alone. Simple as that. I agree. I agree. I agree. It also doesn't help. She keeps saying once the lawsuit is over, she will continue to talk about her. Do you think the judge could make her do like 30 days in jail if she doesn't stop? That's, you know what? That's beyond my legal knowledge. I don't know. I think it would have to get to a real extreme point, but it may already be there. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, this is a civil case, so I don't think jail time can be for a civil case. I don't think so. I mean, I could be wrong, but I don't think a judge can put jail time on a civil case. To my knowledge. This is civil. This isn't a criminal. Like it says, she wasn't found criminally guilty of anything. But again, I don't know because I ain't go to law school. So who am I? I don't know. Maybe for contempt of court. Maybe. I don't know. All right. Shout out to Gina Prince by the Wood. You guys know she is doing the film adaptation of Children of the Blood and Bone. That it will hit theaters on January the 15th of 2027. And I think there's a teaser that was dropped to a private screening. Imagine if the shoe being on the other foot, Tasha would drag. Oh yeah, Tasha. If Tasha had won, oh my gosh, can you imagine how badly she would be coming for Cardi B every chance she got? Absolutely. Like you can get locked up for child support and that's civil. That's true. I don't know. I can't say. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying she can't. I honestly do not know. I do not know. Cardi needs to see about filing a permanent restraining order against Tasha because yeah, she is planning on continuing to be able to talk about Cardi after the judgment is paid off. Yeah, she said that. Take the shackles off. And that's what she said. Take the shackles off. Hey, Sin. Take the shackles off me. Here's a funny story. Here's a little cute story. I saw this and I decided to screenshot it. This was in the New York Post. They said that there was a child who got lost in the park in New York, right? She got lost. The child got lost. And she saw Mariska Haggerty, a.k.a. Detective Benson from SVU, SUV. And she actually walked up to her thinking she was a real cop, telling her she was lost and needed help. Isn't that cute? And I mean, to be fair, Law and Order has been on for 50 years. I mean, she has been a police detective. That little girl probably watch it. Her mama probably watch Law and Order all day, every day at the house. They said she walked up to her. They were filming the show, and the little girl walked up to her and told her she was lost. I said that was cute. Get your driving record and submit to the insurance companies. They pull from third parties, and the shit be wrong. Well, I've been with my same insurance company. I've been with them. Honestly, I have been with the same insurance company since I got my license. So that's why I'm like, why would it jump up that much? Like, come on now. I'm gonna call them tomorrow because I'm like, hold up. Hey, hold up. There's a whole lot going on here. Regarding civil cases, you can serve jail time for contempt of court. Okay. Contempt of court. Okay. Not Olivia better have fixed it in less than 60 minutes. Yeah, I thought it was cute. I thought it was cute. That was in the New York Post. I just saw it and I was like, oh, that's cute. Okay, over to the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. This story is coming out, and this is an older story, but it hit the blogs this weekend. Kyle Richards from the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, she sued her sister Kim for eviction. Now, according to the documents, it says that Kyle sued her sister Kim Richards last year in the effort to kick her out of her LA area condo. According to court documents obtained by TMZ, Kyle filed a lawsuit against Kim in January of 2025, seeking to have her older sister vacate her 2-bedroom, 3-bath, 1,633 square foot condo in Encino. Kyle claimed that Kim had been living in the condo for years, but she had told her to pack up in late 2024. In the suit, Kyle sought possession of the place and wanted damages against Kim of $140 per day beginning on November the 24th for every day she stayed past her welcome. Kim apparently never responded to the suit, and there was a default judgment entered in March of 2025. Oh, that's probably why, because the default was entered in March, requiring Kim to surrender possession of the property. Court docs in June of 2025 show the LA County Sheriff's Office tried to serve Kim with the judgment, but she'd apparently already moved out of the home, so Kyle was able to take possession of it. It says the eviction lawsuit was filed a couple of months after sources told TMZ that Kim had relapsed after years of issues with addiction, and the family decided to take a tough love approach until she got it together. And then it says during season 14 of the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills reunion, Kyle and Kathy Hilton provided an update on Kim and said that she was living in Florida and doing much better. Let me say something. I know for people who've never dealt with addiction and substance abuse issues, they think that that was probably a very mean thing and a very cruel thing. Let me tell you something. Sometimes you have to use a little tough love. And I'm sure Kim was living there and wasn't paying any rent. And who knows what all was going on in that condo. She might have had people in and out of there. She may have had some undesirables living there. Like, who knows what all was going on in that condo. And so I'm not going to judge Kyle. I know people have feelings about Kyle from the show, but I'm not going to judge Kyle. Because again, it's just, we don't know the whole story. You know, we don't know the whole situation. So I'm not going to judge based on that information. I'm just going to hope that Kim gets some help, honey. I'm going to just hope that Kim gets the help that she needs. Kim hasn't been right since her fiance was kidnapped and killed. Ooh, I don't think I knew about that. Did I not know about that? Did I not know about that? Okay. Over the years, Kyle has acted horribly against Kim, even when she was sober. Even Kathy had to tell Kyle about herself. Listen, when it comes to family and sisters, they have a very long history. I think all three of them have treated each other badly at different points in their life. And I'm going to say this. When this is what I'm going to say. Kim dealt with a lot of trauma as a child star in Hollywood in the 1970s. There have been a lot of stories, whether they're true or not, circulating about Kim and things she may have dealt with and endured. We know that she's been dealing with substance abuse since she was a teenager. I'm not going to say that Kyle has been mean to Kim even when Kim is sober, because I don't know everything that they've done for each other and to each other throughout their life. I'm sorry, I'm just not. I know Kathy has done some nasty things to Kyle. Maybe Kyle has done some nasty things to Kim. Maybe Kim has done some nasty things to Kyle. Like, and they're sisters. And all I'm saying is, with substance abuse issues, a lot of things have probably happened with them. That's all I'm going to say. I don't know. Tracy said the bar is open. We have a tangerine paloma, a Malibu peach rum punch, and an apple pie old fashioned. And for the non-drinkers, we have a 0 alcohol Bahama Mama. I have some pretzels and some kettle corn. Well, we have, yeah, because listen, well, ain't no telling when Big Kathy as their mother. That's where it starts right there. Kim carried the family on her back. Literally, Kyle didn't need that damn property. Kim told us Kyle stole her damn house. Here's the thing. It's not about whether Kyle needed the property. What I'm saying is, I don't think it was about Kyle needing the property. However, it could be about what was Kim doing in that property. If that property was in Kyle's name and Kim had drug dealers and drug addicts and people in and out of that condo, it could have been something like that. But again, I think that there's a long history there that's very layered. And I don't think there's any one person that's right or wrong in this. I think the three sisters have their own experiences. And I think that the three sisters have, like I said, they've probably all done things to each other that we can look at and be like, oh, that was bad, that was bad, that was bad. I'm not going to make Kyle the bad guy when I know that there's drugs and substance abuse involved, because that changes things. We know that Kyle and Mauricio have paid for rehab. We know that Kyle and Mauricio have done things for Kim as it relates to her addiction. Kim said that Kyle stole her house. If you read that book, there was a book that came out about them. And I know Mims read the book over on his channel. The house situation was explained. Now, the book was like, it wasn't written by them. Of course, it was somebody on the outside. But the house situation was explained. It is not as clear as Kyle stole the house. It was something, I don't remember all of the details, but it was something along the lines of Kim bought the house but couldn't afford to keep the house. And Kyle bought it from her or something like that. I don't remember all the details, but I think it was a situation like that. And so in Kim's mind, Kyle stole her house, but actually Kyle saved your house. I don't know. I had to remember the details. What up, Universal Goddess? They paid the taxes for the house and Kyle helped her keep the house. Thank you, Phil. I knew it was something as it relates to that's something dealing with the house. And that's why I'm saying, like, it's real easy to, I don't know. I just think it's not black and white when you add the element of substance abuse. It's just not black and white. What? Big Kathy is interesting. She's a working single mom at a time when that was frowned on, but she also pushed her daughters to marry well. You are right. There are many layers. Yeah. And she also was the one that got her kids into acting. Oh, child. Anyway. Hey, Catherine, how you doing? Child, I don't see it for Kyle, so I will always be her fault. I understand, Tracy. I got that. I got that. All right. Floyd Mayweather, listen, the hits keep coming for Floyd Mayweather. They said that, hold on. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm trying to. They said that I'm over here looking at Floyd Mayweather allegedly has been sued. Well, I can't say allegedly. They said he was sued for unpaid private jet bill. According to reports, the charter company Jet Set Aircraft Inc. claims that Mayweather owes at least $105,000. Baby, they got the whole amount here. They got 105, 690, and 1 cent. They said, don't forget our 1 cent. He owes $105,690.01. Who did that? Who put the 1 cent on that paperwork? Who did that? Who put that 1 cent down? Who did that? Who put the 1 cent? Petty ass. They said absolutely not. We want our penny. Shit. They said that was for a flight booked in 2025 with the complaint filed in Los Angeles County. The lawsuit also named several other parties, including his company, in connection with the trip. The plaintiff is seeking the full amount owed along with potential additional damages. Despite his reputation as one of the highest earning athletes in sports history, this latest case adds to a growing list of legal and financial issues surrounding Mayweather in recent months. Whew. Now, over the weekend, I saw this information. Now, this is allegedly, I can't say this is that. This is allegedly, but allegedly, employees at Floyd Mayweather's gym stage a protest over unpaid wages. Now, according to this article I'm reading, this is coming from a news source, and it says here that workers employed at Floyd Mayweather's gym, Mayweather Boxing Fitness Group, have staged a protest amid accusations of unpaid wages in violation of California's labor code. According to a report by the Daily Mail, the employees took to the street outside the gym on Highland Avenue, Los Angeles, which they claim is set to close down. The demonstration took place in December 31st of 2024. It says that Floyd Mayweather could face a fight against the California Labor Commissioner's office. The team members allege that they are owed weeks of unpaid wages, as the boxing icon's money team have failed to pay them on time for weeks. Employers who do not pay employees on time face a penalty of $100 for a first violation in California Labor Code 210. For a second-time violation, the fine jumps to $200 for each unpaid employee, plus 25% of the amount unlawfully withheld. If wages are not paid for over 30 days, affected workers are entitled to full pay at their regular rate and could file lawsuit against the gym. Now, this was a part of a bigger article that I saw. I can't say that this, listen, I'm just telling you what I'm reading. Sometimes you can't go by everything. I'm just telling you. It says that Pacquiao allegedly bought the gym because the gym has since shut down, and Floyd Mayweather has not paid the bills, and allegedly Manny Pacquiao has now purchased that gym. Now that I can't say for certain. Right, one flight. That's why when people be flying these private jets, child, it's the principle of the 1 cent. Child, it must be, because that's funny to me. The 1 cent is hilarious to me. Tia Mowry, come to the front. Hey, girl. Hey, come here, boo. Tia. Hey, girl. Hey. Come down here to the front, Tia Mowry. Listen. I understand you and your husband divorced, and you was looking for love, and you was talking about how hard it was to find love, and you tried doing dating sites, and you tried all these different things to find you a man. I get it, girl. I understand. I feel your pain. But you can't be out here allegedly stealing other people's man. Now, Tia done went Instagram public with her boo last week with pictures of them walking around holding hands and even smooching. But allegedly, this woman that came down here and said that was her man and Tia stole him from her. Now, it doesn't say that they were married. It doesn't say that they were married. It says that they were a couple, and allegedly Tia then came in and swooped him away from her. Now, the lady says, my ex left me for a celebrity mom, and she just soft launched their relationship online yesterday. He's her daughter's teacher. I'm about to crash out and go public with it, but I need somebody to talk me from this ledge. Well, we're not the ones to talk you off the ledge. Go ahead, tell us. I mean, you didn't put it out there now. You didn't already put it out there now. Well, they said if you want to know if he belongs to somebody else, post him. Well, now, it sounds like they're no longer together, but what she's alleging is that they were happily together until Tia came along. Now, let me tell you one thing. Let me tell you something. Y'all weren't married. Y'all were boyfriend and girlfriend. And let me tell you something. If you ain't had no ring, he wasn't your man. Ouch. Shit. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Baby, if you didn't have no ring, he wasn't your man. My pastor said a long time ago, he said, listen, if you don't have no ring, he not yours. Now, I know some people will argue with that and say differently. But y'all, listen, if Tia came along and stole him. Now, I'm going to be honest. And it's not just because I like Tia, because, I mean, I don't put anything past anybody. But I don't think that Tia came along and just stole your man. I think Tia came along and either y'all were already having problems in y'all relationship, or y'all probably weren't together and you just trying to start some shit. You know, you just trying to come down here and start some ish. But it sounds like y'all just, you know, things ain't work out. And he found something else and he said it's been real, but I'm not doing this. Right. Sound like a regular breakup to me. You can't steal somebody else's partner unless they want to be stolen. You better preach. Better say it, Terrence. Let the people in the back know. Right. T.R.Me. said you can't steal what was never yours to begin with. Listen. Now, I know it don't feel good to see your man now. He all over the Instagram with a celebrity mom. I know that might not feel good, especially since, you know, he regular. And when I say regular, hell, I'm a teacher. So, you know, I don't mean no harm by that. But I mean, I know a lot of people would expect her to be with some celebrity or whatever. Listen, she told y'all she was having a hard time finding a man. And if she went down to the parent-teacher conference and locked eyes and they got the giggling and winking, and he said, hey, you know, you want to talk more about your daughter? And she said, hey, yeah, let's talk more about my daughter. And he said, okay, well, hit me up. And she said, okay, I will. And then they went out for, you know, coffee down to the Starbucks and talked about her daughter. And then coffee turned into dinner. And then dinner turned into a movie. And then a movie turned into a Netflix and chill. Listen, I'm not mad at her. Shit happens. You know, it sounds like y'all wasn't really together. Now, if you got some proof to show us differently, I don't think I care. But go on and post it, girl. Go on and post it. I don't think I care. Now, somebody else might care. But, I mean, what you gonna say? He texted me when he was still messing with me and messing with her at the same time? Okay. I mean, we know that story, too. He said he wasn't with her, but he was still with me. He was still calling me, but he was still calling her. Girl, we know that story, too. He ain't put a ring on either one of y'all's finger. And let's be clear, I just want Tia to be careful. I guess. She called him her ex. I'm going with that. Right. I mean, they ain't together now. She didn't say we still dating. I mean, she didn't say that. I'm just telling y'all. Listen, I'm just bringing y'all the news. I'm just bringing y'all. Yeah, I'm still mad about my insurance, baby. Oh, I can't wait to get off here and call them people and find out what the hell is going on with my insurance. Why it went up the way it went up, honey. Anyway, now last week we came down here and we talked about how Drew really be y'all speed dating at them parent teacher Listen, but let me tell you something. Them parents do be coming in there flirting. The ladies be flirting with the male teachers, and the men be flirting with the female teachers. I ain't gonna tell you no lies now. Listen, listen. In my years of teaching, it's been more than a few situations with teachers dating parents. I'm gonna tell you what I know. Now, I ain't never date nobody's parent. But I know it has happened. Okay? I'm just saying. Right. Nor did she say husband. She sure didn't. She didn't say husband. She said my ex. Anyway, moving right along. Now, Drew made a statement last week after the news hit about what happened in court where she has to move out of the marital home, and starting next school year, her husband will have primary custody of the kids because the judge said she couldn't get the kids. They missed too many days of school under her custody. Now, Drew posted a comment last week, and the reason why I'm saying that is because something else happened today in court. So we're going to read that later. We're going to read that next. But this says, "Good morning. Some details regarding my divorce have recently become public, although the process is not yet finalized. During this time, Ralph and I are committed to co-parenting and doing what is best for our children. While certain things are beyond my control, my focus remains on showing up every day as the best mother I can be. Living in the public eye comes with challenges, but I'm choosing to move forward with grace, growth, and intention. My children are my priority, and I'm committed to leading with love, peace, and positivity. There is no ill intent toward anyone, just a continued focus on healing, evolving, and becoming the best version of myself." Cheryl stupid. She said, "I admitted I got my son an A in biology last year, but she just joking, y'all. She just joking." Now, today, though, they went to court, and there's a little bit of an update. So let me give y'all the update, honey. There's a little bit of an update, honey. Drew today in court said the following. She told the judge that she does not have the financial resources or funds to move out of the home she shares with Ralph Pittman. She also has not picked out a new home, which makes it difficult for her to move out by May the 31st. She said that she and her oldest child could be homeless if the court does not reconsider that decision. Drew added that Ralph's income is 3 times higher than hers. She also claims that he initially agreed to share the joint physical custody, but then changed his request to primary custody while they were in court. Let me say a few things, and y'all may not like what I'm getting ready to say. Y'all may not like what I'm getting ready to say, but let's talk about it. Let's say a few things. Number one, I'm not giving Ralph any grace. Okay, I think Ralph is an asshole. Period. However, things come out in court. Maybe before they went to court, he did agree to joint custody. But maybe while they were in court, the kids' records were presented. Maybe his attorney was able to get the kids' records. Maybe the judge had a report from the school that was read in court. This is family court. So maybe the kids had to talk to a therapist, and the therapist presented their report. I wasn't there, so I don't know what happened. I'm just throwing some what ifs out there. Okay? So maybe once Ralph heard, oh, wait a minute, they missed how many days of school? They were late how many days? Wait a minute, they talked to the therapist and the therapist said that they don't like X, Y, and Z, or they're running late for school because of this, and that. Or maybe they told the therapist, mommy said we don't have to go if we don't feel like it. Like, it could have been anything that happened in court that caused Ralph to change his mind. Now, let's be clear. I might be giving him too much because Ralph is an ass. I might be giving him too much. I accept that. I might be giving him too much. I accept that. But with that being said, put that over there to the side. Let's talk about this house situation and this, what she can and can't do. I don't accept that. And if I were a judge, I would not accept that. Let me tell you something. There are a whole lot of women and men, but right, let's talk about women right now. There are a whole lot of women out here who marry men who make a lot of money, make more money than them. And when it's time for the divorce, unfortunately, they have to move out and they have to figure it out. And if that means that they have to move into a 2-bedroom, 3-bedroom apartment that may not be in a gated community, they do what they have to do. For you to sit here and say you can't find a place to live, and we know that you probably bring home more than the average single mom brings home, that's an insult. Now, I understand you want to continue to live the way you've been living. I get it. We all do. We all want to continue living the way we've been living. If you was living with a man that make 6 figures and y'all live in a nice, beautiful home in a gated community and drive a nice car and all of those things, yeah, I get it. You want to maintain that lifestyle. Most people would. But the reality is, for you to sit here and be like, first of all, for you to say you can't find somewhere to go by May the 31st, I'm sorry, ma'am, that's almost 2 months. Y'all went to court last week. That's almost 2 months. You can't find an apartment. You can't find a house to rent in 2 months. I understand you might have to come up with first month and last month's rent. Well, we know you got at least one job. The Real Housewives. We know you have some endorsement deals floating around. Hell, they say you the queen of Tubi. I mean, I'm sure I know Tubi don't pay a lot, but it's a steady paycheck. You better get out there and grind, Drew. You came out with an album last year. Did you tour? Did you play some dates down to the city winery? Like, listen, you look. Drew, you have potential to make money. You have the potential to make money. More so than some women who walk away from being a housewife and didn't work for years and years and years. They have way more obstacles to face than you. You are a name. You are a name. I mean, we can laugh and joke and we can make jokes about, but you are a name. Drew Sidora can go make money. You can do appearances and charge $40,000 a pop to show up somewhere and sign autographs or sit at a VIP booth for a couple of hours. Like, you can make money. Hello? So for you to sit here and be like, me and my oldest son will be homeless, girl, stop. Now, are you going to be living the way you want to be living? That's a different conversation. But will you be able to find an apartment in a decent neighborhood in Atlanta and drive a decent car? Yeah, you will. If you put as much energy into finding a job as much as you put into finding, if them waffles was still waffling down to the chicken and waffles, girl, Drew, go somewhere. Now I understand you say the things in court because you're trying to make your situation sound dire so you can, find, we know what, I get it. I understand what the goal is, but at the same time, girl. Well, since we're talking about the Real Housewives of Atlanta, let's go ahead and let's talk about Kelly. Now, Kelly and Portia been scratching since last night, and Dennis even dropped in there. Because let's be clear, she threw a shot at Dennis. Kelly threw a shot at Dennis, but production really threw the shot at Dennis. If y'all saw the episode last night, Kelly said something about, she said, why would I be thinking about Portia and Dennis if I'm in bed with another man? Have you seen Dennis lately? Now, production were the ones that added that, unflattering screenshot of Dennis. So Dennis, you really should be mad at production. But Dennis and Kelly have been going at it. Dennis said, damn, was this the opening for the one that's already closed? Yikes. And then Kelly responded, I see why your baby mama likes girls now. Now I see why your baby mama likes girls now. Oh Lord. And they've been going at it back and forth. So Portia last night on Watch What Happens Live made comments about Kelly, and she doubled down on Kelly sleeping with married men. And then Kelly posted on her Instagram, 2 things are certain and 1 thing's for sure. I've never slept with a married man, but she definitely said she would. No press, just truth. Now, Portia, she got a point. You did say you would sleep with a married man. And we know you have slept with a married man. So I feel like that's not, I feel like that's not the road you want to go down, Portia. Because even if it comes out later that maybe you find proof and Kelly, but girl, this ain't the road you want to die on. Because we already know your story. Is that really the road you want to go down? I'm just saying. And then Kelly also came down here and made a statement about last night's episode because we saw the grand opening of a restaurant that's now closed. So Kelly said the following: I hope you all enjoyed tonight's episode. I want to take a moment to address something personally and directly. Our Shady Springs location has been closed since December of 2025. As I continue building my waffle empire one at a time, I've learned that growth comes with both wins and valuable lessons, and that location represented a bit of both. Opening Sandy Springs was an exciting milestone. I invested my money in the waffle business. However, behind the scene, oh, and she added Bravo Andy. Girl, you better, why you adding Andy? She added Bravo Andy. He must have said something on Watch What Happens Live because she sure added him. I don't know if that's a good decision either, but I'm going to keep reading. Let me keep reading, honey. However, behind the scenes, it never fully aligned with the vision or support needed to succeed. From the lack of visibility on main shopping center signature to ongoing limitations and executing creative concepts, the environment made it difficult to operate at the level I expect for my brand. When a space doesn't allow you to show up fully or move at the base at your own standards, difficult decisions have to be made, and closing that location was one of them. I also want to be clear, while I remain focused on building a legacy for my daughters and family, there have been assumptions and commentary that attempt to frame this as a downfall. That is simply not the reality. This is my real life, and that location represented a significant investment of time, resources, energy, and belief. Maybe they should have been doing the same. Girl, who you talking to? Girl, who you talking to? Show aside, I show up fully for what I build and I expect the same in return. This is not a setback. This is a reset, and I move with pure intention. In the meantime, our Madonna location and food truck are still outside serving flavor, experience, and consistency like we've been doing for the past 10 years. All right, y'all, good night. I've got a carpool in the morning. Listen, let me say something. I've told y'all this before. Entrepreneurship is full of ups and downs, peaks and valleys. I don't think, I'm going to speak for myself. I don't begrudge you the fact that this business closed because unfortunately, shit happens. I think when we see you getting massages for your dog, we question some things. That's all I'm going to say. I'm going to speak for me. I'm not going to speak for y'all. I'm going to speak for me. What time is it? Okay. Because I'm gonna do this, and then we're gonna talk about this Lisa story from the Real Housewives of Miami. I saw this over the weekend, and because I have a few more things, but we're gonna add this to tomorrow's docket. We're gonna talk about this influencer over in Tanzania. We're gonna talk about that tomorrow. Debbie Allen is set to deliver the commencement speech at Clark Atlanta. Congratulations. Now let me say this. Now this goes under the category of girl shut the fuck up. And I'm gonna say this with my full chest. Let me read y'all what it is, and then I'm gonna say it with my full chest. Y'all ready? Jada Pinkett Smith shames Will Smith for slapping Chris Rock, saying they weren't even together at the time and she wasn't interested in him, adding she was more concerned about his mental health and immediately apologized to Chris. Now, this allegedly was an interview that Jada Pinkett did. I'm trying to see where this. Hold on, because sometimes this stuff, I really try to make sure that this stuff isn't AI. But this allegedly came from. Hold on, let me go back to the original post so I can tell y'all where allegedly this came from. Hold on. Let me see. I want to make sure because, like I said, I don't want to. Because before I lay into Miss Jada Pinkett. Hold on now. I can't find the original post. Hold on. That might be a sign. If I can't find the original post, that might be a sign that maybe this ain't true. Hold on. Oh, no. Here it is right here. Hold on. Oh, hold on. I'm going to let y'all hear it.
Shocked because, mind you, I'm not there. We haven't called each other husband and wife in a long time. I'm like, what is going on right now?
My wife's name
out of your mouth, right? And I'm like, but now I'm really worried for Will because I don't know what's going on. Chris looks to me and he says, Jada, I meant no harm. Now I'm just out of it because I'm really worried about
And what's Will doing? He's just sitting there?
And Will's still talking. He's like, because now he's mad because Chris is talking to me. And I go, Chris, this is about some old shit. That's all I could think to say, right? And I couldn't really take in his apology.
You became the bad guy. Look what Jada made him do. Jada rolled her eyes and look what he did. He ran up there and hit Chris.
Yeah.
Poor Will. That's what the narrative became.
Yeah.
So poor Will because of
the adulterous wife, who forced him to go to the table and sit there, you know what I mean? And now look at what she's done. She has the power with an eye roll to make him go up and slap somebody on stage.
So this is what I'm gonna say, Jada. If you don't go somewhere and shut the fuck up, because I remember, and Tracy. And anybody else who remembers this, I remember distinctly when this came out, when this incident happened, I remember distinctly Jada Pinkett defending him. I even remember Jada Pinkett saying, well, we weren't together when this happened, but we sure got, like, this brought us back together. He got some that night. Am I wrong? Do I not remember correctly? Do y'all remember what I'm talking about? She was like, oh. And you know what? I was trying to find the original post earlier. Okay, Tracy, y'all remember that? She was like, yeah, well, we weren't together before that. But after that, he got some that night, or we left together that night. And she said it like tongue in cheek, like, ooh, he had my back. So now all of a sudden, fast forward, first of all, ain't nobody even thinking about that shit anymore. We have all moved on. I think Will has apologized to Chris. Chris has either accepted it or not accepted it. Nobody is thinking about this shit. This happened like 4 years ago. Why are you bringing this up now? And now why are you flipping the story and making it seem like you were so appalled and you were like, oh my gosh, and I was worried about his mental health. Girl, hold on. Let me see if I can find it. Because I know I ain't crazy. And I know y'all say y'all remember, but let me see. Jada. Let me see. I'm going to just ask Chat GPT. Fuck it. Chat might be able to find it for me, child. What was Jada? Don't autocorrect me. Jada is her name. Don't autocorrect that. Let me see if Chat can tell me because I ain't got time to be. She likes to hear herself talk. Child. Now I'm worried about her mental health. Right. You're the one whose mental health I'm worried about at this point. Hold on. Okay. All right. It's just telling me that she said her initial reaction was that it had to be a skit. She said there's no way that Will hit him. She said she did not realize it was real until Will started walking back to their seat. Later, when they were alone, the first thing she said to him was, "Are you okay?" She also described herself as being shocked and in a fog in the immediate aftermath. She said she was stunned and confused and thought it was staged. Hold on. All right, let me see what this one is. Let me see. Okay, so I said, did she speak on this bringing them closer together? And this is what Chat said. Yes, Jada Pinkett Smith said that the slap ultimately brought her and Will closer. In interviews around her memoir, she said the aftermath led them to do deep work together, and she framed it as a turning point in how she saw their relationship. She also said she felt the incident clarified her commitment to him. In one interview, she said she realized she would never leave Will, and another report summarized her saying she would be by his side always. Now he was just, I was worried about his mental health. Let me tell you something, Will Smith, if you don't get away from that woman, I don't know what it is, and I understand you made a vow to never leave her. Hell, everybody that got married made a vow. Man, if you don't leave that woman alone, because something ain't right with her. Something ain't right with her. Anyway, moving right along. I saw that and I said, I couldn't believe that shit. I was like, you got to be kidding me right now. Anyway, with that being said, I guess they always ended up at that interview. Classic narcissist. There's no prenup. I think that's why he's still married to. Oh, well, that could make, there you go. All right, now let's do this. I need my timestamp because I'm gonna clip this and put this over on my other channel. Hold on. Let me get the time. I don't want to write it on this. Well, I'll have to write it on here. What time is it? 1 hour and 6 minutes. Let's do 1 hour and 7 minutes. So, baby, I know Bravo is mad that they pulled the plug on the Real Housewives of Miami because, baby, we got a hell of a storyline going on down to the Real Housewives of Miami. Now, for those of you who don't watch Miami, let me give y'all a little information. Lisa Hochstein, who was married to Lenny literally on camera let it be known that he was ready to divorce Lisa. He didn't know he had a hot mic on, or he forgot he had the hot mic on, but they were at a party and he was in the back talking to his friend, and he was like, yeah, I'm gonna wait this season out and then I'm leaving her. And like it got caught on camera. So that's how Lisa found out that her husband was getting ready to divorce her. And ever since then, it has been down and dirty ever since then. Now, Lisa, they've been fighting over, her settlement, the money, the kids, the child support, the spousal support, all of these things. And part of their final agreement was he had to buy her a house and he had to give her a certain amount of money. And of course, he has to pay all this money and child support, all of these things. Well, today we found out, and shout out to Tracy. Y'all know Tracy was digging until she hit pay dirt, honey. Shout out to Tracy. Baby, we found out today that Lisa and Lenny have been charged. I mean, not Lenny, I'm sorry. Lisa and her new boyfriend, Jody, who I thought Lisa and Jody broke up. I really thought that we found out that they broke up, but okay. Jody and Lisa. Let me read y'all what Tracy pulled up, okay? Now, this is in the Circuit Court of the 11th Judicial Court down in Florida, Dade County, Florida, honey. Lisa has been charged with Jody, who is her boyfriend, has been charged with interception of wire, oral, or electronic communication, and Lisa has been charged with interception of wire, oral, or electronic communication. Now, let's read what it says here. For count 1, it says Jody Glidden on or between March the 12th of 2023 and March the 31st of 2023 in the county and state aforementioned did unlawfully and intentionally intercept, endeavor to intercept, or procedure another person to intercept or endeavor to intercept wire, oral, or electronic communication. Any oral statements that were made by Leonard Hochstein and those that he spoke with in violation of, and they give the statute, contrary to the form of the statute in such cases, made and provided with, and against the peace and dignity of the state of Florida. Dr. Nicole had her I did see what she had to get her thyroid removed. I saw that. And then count 2, it says the assistant state attorney under oath further information makes Lisa Hochstein on or between March the 12th and March the 31st in the county and state aforesaid did unlawfully and intentionally intercept, endeavor to intercept, or procedure another person to intercept or endeavor to intercept any wire, oral, or electronic communication of statements by Leonard Hochstein and those Leonard Hochstein spoke with. Sounds like they were maybe illegally recording. I don't know. It says the state of Florida, county, Miami-Dade, personally known to me and appeared before me physically or by telecommunication, the assistant state attorney and the 11th Circuit Judge of Florida, whose signature appears below, being full duty sworn, says that the allegations set forth in this information are based upon facts which have been sworn to as true by a material witness or witnesses, and which, if true, would constitute the offenses therein charged, and that this prosecution is instituted in good faith. And so this was signed on March the 19th of 2026. So Let me give y'all a little bit more information that I was able to pull off of the internets. Okay. Hold on. Let me find it. Child. Okay, here we go. It says here, Lisa, and it says her ex Jody, so they're not together anymore. So Lisa Hochstein and her ex Jody were charged in alleged wiretapping case involving her ex-husband Leonard Hochstein. Real Housewives of Miami star Lisa and her ex-boyfriend are each facing criminal charges in Miami-Dade County in connection with an alleged wiretapping case, involving Lisa's estranged husband. They ain't divorced yet? Damn. Prominent Miami plastic surgeon Lenny Hochstein. According to court documents filed on March the 19th, both are charged with one count of interception of wire. I just read you those counts. The filing states that the two are accused of unlawfully and intentionally attempting to I just read you how that too, child. Records indicate that Jody was taken into custody over the weekend, but was no longer listed on the online jail database as of Monday. So he probably went before the magistrate. So it sounds like they must have been, I ain't gonna say what they must have been doing because I don't know. Sounds like they were wiretapping Lisa, and they were recording phone calls. Now it says that who Lenny was talking to, or who, you know. So I listen. Hold on, let me ask. Y'all know, let me go to chat again. Let me ask the chatter. Let me see. Is Florida a two-party state? Oh, let me be more specific, child. They telling me politics, child. Is Florida a two-party state for recording someone? I gotta be more specific, child. Yes, Florida is an all-party consent state for many conversations. That means, in general, everyone involved in the oral, wire, or electronic communication has to consent before it's recorded. So it sounds like I don't know, but it sounds like they were probably recording Lenny without his knowledge, and then they were probably using those recordings for something. Now, what they were doing with it, I don't know. But it sounds like they were recording Lenny. And Lenny probably found out, and Lenny went to the police and filed a police report. Because we know Lenny don't like Lisa. Baby, Lenny don't like her. See, Bravo? Y'all pulled the plug too soon. Y'all got a whole situation. We have, we still have the situation with Todd and Alexia. I know Todd tried to sue y'all. But hell, find out what's going on with them. And now we got Lisa involved in this whole. Can you imagine if the cameras were, if they were recording right now? Can you imagine if they were recording right now? Can you imagine the drama we would be getting from Lisa right now? Can you, baby, can y'all imagine Larsa right now talking to Lisa about this? Baby. See, we tried to tell y'all, Bravo. We tried to tell y'all that Miami the best show that y'all got down there. We tried to tell y'all. Anyway, let me get ready to get out of here. Don't forget tonight, the Whether You Like It or Not panel. I believe we are at T's house tonight. But I'll share it on my community wall. And with that being said, let me get out of here. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace. Oh, it's 200 of y'all in the room. Listen. Get on. Y'all better get on this shit with us. Now, don't forget, we just had somebody booked today. Baby, listen, the Tribe Bowl 2.0 is in Florida. Is in February. Let me take this off the screen so y'all can take this screenshot and y'all can call and book y'all cruise. Okay? Y'all can call and book y'all cruise. And then we're going to Alaska in August of 2027. There's all the information you need for that. Hit me up on Instagram or email me if you need the link. I can forward you the link where you can book your cruise straight from the link. You don't even have to call nobody. You can book it straight from that link. Oh, wait a minute. We are on Busy. My fault. Thank you, Cheryl. We are on Busy's channel tonight. Thank you. I forgot. We are on Busy's channel tonight. And don't forget that on July the 18th, we will be having our event here in DC with special bartender Tracy. Tracy will be mixing up. Now, we're going to be doing mocktails, but Tracy's going to be doing her special mix. All the drinks that y'all like to see Tracy come up with in the chat. Tracy will come up with some signature drinks for this event, and she will be our bartender. And thank you, Cheryl. You are correct. We will be at Busy's house. So with that being said, for real this time, we gone. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace. Everybody in the chat, yes, busy. I'm sorry, y'all. It's busy. All right, talk to y'all later. Peace.